The automotive engineering industry is actively developing in Russia. Many of our citizens, prone to eternal whining and criticism of everything and anything, forget that the car industry is not only cars, although this type of transport in our country does not stand still either, but also special equipment, trucks, buses, and the like. That's why they think that Russia doesn't have its own car industry. But it isn't. At least look around you on the street. Our domestic trucks drive around. We all travel around the city on our Russian buses, streetcars, and trolley buses. If we take the production of trucks for the first 11 months of last year, for December statistics are not yet available, it amounted to 151,000 units, which is 20% more than in the same period of the previous year. And if we take just 1 month of November, we will see that 16,800 trucks came off the Russian assembly lines. That's a 49% increase from a year earlier. Imagine that figure. There were 3,000 buses produced in November 2023 weighing 5 tons or less, double the number of buses produced in November 2022. In the first 11 months of FY23, they produced 20,900 units, an 82% increase over January-November 2022. There were 1,400 buses with a technically permissible maximum mass of more than 5 tons. For January-November 2023, 12,500 weighing more than 5 tons were harvested. And this is despite the fact that 15,000 sanctions have been imposed against our country because of. Our government is helping the development of the industry, and thanks to the government programs launched, 16 billion rubles have been allocated for preferential leasing and car lending mechanisms in 2023. This helped generate sales of 62,000 vehicles. And since 2022, there has been an FRP program, thanks to which 31 projects worth 53 billion rubles have been implemented. At the end of 2023, the Industrial Development Fund received an additional 55 billion rubles, including for the localization of necessary components in Russia. Last year, more than 3,000 school buses, 1,200 ambulances, and 200 mobile medical complexes were delivered to the regions. And that's at a time like last year. Our confrontations with the entire NATO bloc. At this point, the inquisitive viewer will ask, well, you really show us something you were telling us all about some numbers. Well, let's start with the rebirth of the Soviet Urals, which is located in the city of Mayas, Chelyabinsk region. The Ural automobile plant produced the most cars in the 70-80s of the last century. Then, in the days of our friendship with the West, this plant almost closed down completely. Production fell 13 times from 30,000 cars in 90 to 2,498. In those times, the enterprise could survive only due to the fact that it took up the production of non-core products. Recent years have literally revitalized the production capacity of the plant, which once stood on a par with KRZ, which has gone into oblivion. And at the moment, the company is going to open a new production facility to increase its production capacity. Today, the company makes transport all-wheel drive trucks, shift buses, road family trucks, cargo passenger vehicles, platforms for installation of drilling rigs, and off-road models. The new assembly plant will produce 5,500 vehicles per year. In addition, the future production will provide another 1,200 highly productive and well-paid jobs for residents of the Chelyabinsk region. The enterprises will also produce machines for the far north. There are already customers for the Arctic bus. He looks gorgeous. The specialists have also developed a project of an Arctic road train for driving in -50 degrees Celsius. Well, let's continue to break the patterns of the all-propagandists and our neighbors who think we don't have toilets here and we go in a hole. Next, we will show how many different bus manufacturers we have in this country and how many arrived in just 1 month of January this year. So, KAMAZ delivered new environmentally friendly NIFAS buses to Kapaysk, Chelyabinsk region. The buses were out on city routes. A total of 10 NIFAS 5299 to 4057 CNG buses have been delivered. The restyled NIFAS bus is among the most sought-after vehicles. In the regions of Russia, the bus is designed to operate on routes with intensive passenger traffic, fully complies with the Accessible Environment Program, and facilitates convenient movement of all categories of passengers. Total passenger capacity, 95 people. There's 30 seats. Among additional options, air conditioner with heating mode, tachograph, auto informer, running line in the cabin, USB sockets, Wi-Fi, passenger flow counting system, and contactless fare payment. GTLK handed over 7 Liazy 529 to 267 buses for Orenburg and 5 Volga BZ 429-8G4 buses for Astrakhan. Ryazan received 25 low-floor buses of large class brand LAZ. They run on NGV fuel. Cars are equipped with automatic transmission, equipment for transportation of passengers with low mobility. Volgabaz Group delivered 25 new buses manufactured for Volgograd. According to the terms of reference, all buses are low-floor, with automatic gearboxes, with a capacity of at least 85 passengers. Each car is equipped with a device that allows boarding and disembarkation of passengers in wheelchairs, a system of forced tilting of the body, air conditioning, heating, and cashless fare payment systems, as well as comprehensive video surveillance. KAMAZ delivered 10 electric buses KAMAZ 6282 Volgodonsk. It is worth noting that the company is now supplying a new sanction-resistant set of electric buses, which eliminates potential problems with maintenance, lack of spare parts, and consumables. The sequel follows. Among the distinctive features of the improved version of the KAMAZ electric bus is the increased battery capacity, which provides a range of up to 90 kilometers, and a 100% electric climate system. Also, within the framework of the presidential program to improve the quality of passenger transportation, the keys to 12 new comfortable large-capacity KAMAZ buses were handed over to the old Oskol. The buses will be convenient for the elderly, people with special health needs, and moms with children in strollers. The new transportation is low-floor and equipped with a folding ramp. There's also air conditioning, passenger information, and CCTV inside the cabin. 40 modern buses of PZ brand were delivered to Trolleybus Transport Yashkarala. They will soon begin operating on municipal and intermunicipal routes. The capacity of low-floor buses is up to 55 people. They are equipped with video surveillance, air conditioning, passenger counting, and cashless fare payment systems. The transport is equipped with a place for passengers with low mobility. The design of all cars is made in the same color scheme. Anyway, the work is boiling. The industry is developing, new models of vehicles are being created, production and the number of jobs are growing. We hope that soon we will start to occupy foreign markets as well, pushing out Western companies.